This huge country in the heart of Africa is the most blessed country in the world. Gold, diamonds, copper, cobalt, uranium, coltan, rubber, oil, you name it, Congo has it. But this extraordinary wealth has been both a blessing and a curse, because for over a century, the world's most powerful governments and corporations have fought, bribed, and killed to control Congo's resources. In 1885, King Leopold II of Belgium convinced European powers at the Berlin Conference to give him the Congo Free State as his personal property. What followed was one of the darkest chapters in colonial history. Leopold's regime forced millions of Congolese into brutal labor camps to extract rubber, a resource in high demand for car tires and industrial goods. Villages that didn't meet quotas were burned down. Men's hands were amputated as punishment. Women and children were held hostage. Historians estimated that 10 million Congolese died during Leopold's rule, and all the profits flowed to Belgium and European corporations, while Congo's people were left traumatized and impoverished. Well, by 1908, the global outcry was so intense that Belgium took direct control. But the system of resource exploitation didn't change. It simply became more official. In 1960, Congo gained independence. Patrice Lumumba, the country's charismatic first prime minister, vowed to take back control of Congo's resources for its people. He even threatened to nationalize the mining industry. Of course, Western powers felt threatened by this. The Cold War was raging, and the US and Belgium feared Lumumba would align with the Soviet Union. So, in a CIA-backed operation, Lumumba was arrested, tortured, and assassinated in January 1961. The secessionist province of Katanga, rich in minerals, was secretly supported by Belgium and mining companies to keep control of its copper and uranium. This was a turning point. Congo's chance at economic sovereignty was deliberately crushed to protect Western access to its resources. In 1965, Joseph Mobutu seized power with CIA support, and for the next 3 decades, Mobutu ran one of the world's most corrupt regimes, siphoning billions from the state while ordinary Congolese remained in poverty. Mobutu received massive US and French military and financial support because he was considered a reliable anti-communist ally. Mobutu deliberately weakened state institutions, ensuring no one could challenge his rule. By the time he was overthrown in 1997, Congo's infrastructure had collapsed and the country was bankrupt, even though its land was worth trillions. When Mobutu's regime finally fell, a new era of exploitation began, one even bloodier than the first. Rwanda and Uganda invaded, claiming to hunt down militia, but in reality, their armies looted Congo's minerals, gold, coltan, essential for mobile phones, diamonds, and timber. The UN later documented how multinational companies from Europe, the US, and China bought conflict minerals from warlords, fueling what became known as Africa's World War. Over 5 million people died from fighting, hunger, and disease. The deadliest conflict since World War II. But guess who was at the bottom of it all? For a better understanding of African geopolitics, follow along for more.